I just told you I'm exempt. I just told you I'm exempt, and you just told me to leave the shop.
And with respect,
so you're not
sir,
allowing me to buy
respect,
food.
Sir, with respect, sir, you're choosing to be exempt.
Hello there, this is Stuart Choppin. He is the General Store Manager for ASDA in Sutton, Greater London. He refused to let me shop for food because I wasn't wearing a mask. I told him that I'm exempt several times, and he told me that I was choosing to be exempt. Stuart told me by law I had to wear a mask, and by law I had to produce an exemption card. He also demanded to know my medical reasons as to why I am exempt. This is Martin. This is the man that started the whole thing. He was hired by Successful Sutton to do security for Sutton Council. Straight away, Martin walked up to me and he did an excellent job of being a bully. He was aggressive, rude, discriminating and very threatening. At one point, Martin took off his mask, walked up to me centimetres from my face and offered for me to go outside with him in quite an intimidating way. This is an ASDA security guard who physically stopped me from leaving. This is a very honourable and brave member of the public. He saw what was happening, came over to offer me some support, and I'm very grateful for his help. He stood his ground and wouldn't back down. And this is me. I was just trying to do some food shopping. This day was very bad for me, and with my already existing health issues, let's just say with everything that's going on in the world and in my head, and you're feeling very low and alone, the last thing you need is being told that you can't buy food.
Evidence of this. This includes exemption cards. You're breaching the Discrimination and Equality Act 2010.
Thank you,
so
sir.
Be very aware of that.
This gentleman just took off his mask and offered me to go outside with him. This gentleman stopped me from leaving.
This gentleman standing here is refusing to put a mask
You
on.
stop. You can't stop people from leaving.
This gentleman here, it's got nothing to do with him. He just come over
It
and got
doesn't
involved.
matter. It has to
So I
do
don't
with
know what his
everyone.
problem is.
Because as it happens,
And this gentleman here is
as it
refusing to put a
happens,
mask on.
I'm exempt from wearing a face cover. Okay?
Okay,
As
you're
it happens.
exempt.
This
but not
gentleman
everyone's
was
exempt, are they?
threatening.
Yeah, I'm
He
not
took off
threatening
his
anyone, mate.
mask,
You're
right?
threatening.
He told me to wear a mask, and then he took off his mask
Yes, I saw
and
that.
offered me to go outside. Did you see that,
Yes, I saw
sir?
that, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
I did.
Thank you very
Because I
much.
want to talk to you. That's what I said to
Why
you.
would you need me to go
Because I need to
outside?
speak to you outside.
Why would you need me to go
Do you know the
outside?
best thing to do is just
Why
sit
would
down
you
for a
need me
minute.
to go outside to talk to you? Okay, this is what actually happened. I walked into ASDA to buy some food. Martin walked up to me and said, "Where's your mask? Why aren't you wearing a mask? You know you're supposed to be wearing a mask, don't you?" I told Martin that I'm exempt. Martin said by law I had to show him an exemption card, and he demanded to know my medical reasons as to why I was not wearing a mask. I told Martin that carrying an exemption card is not required by law, and it's a personal choice, and that I was not going to tell him my private medical information. Martin treated me like I was a liar and insisted there was nothing wrong with me. He told me I had to wear a mask or I couldn't shop there, I couldn't buy food. He also said that when I walked into ASDA, I was looking at the guy like he was a piece of shit or something. He's referring to the guy who's holding the box of masks at the entrance. It was quite a bizarre and random accusation, and I think Martin was losing confidence in his stance and was clutching at straws. It seemed Martin didn't like me from the beginning. He made a judgment from my physical appearance and decided I should be wearing a mask. He was getting more and more angry, and one point he literally took off his mask, walked up to me a few centimeters away from my face, breaking the social distancing guidelines and rules that he's trying to enforce, apparently. And he said, come on then, let's go outside, yeah? Let's go outside for a little chat, yeah? Come on, let's go. What's wrong? You scared? Soon after, I tried to leave ASDA, but the ASDA security guard refused to let me leave. He stood at the entrance facing me, and when I tried to go around him, he moved from side to side and put his hands out to stop me from leaving. So at this point, I'm not able to shop for food, and I'm not able to leave the shop. This is when a very honourable member of the public, Antonio, who I'd never met before, came over and offered me his support. This man was threatening towards me. You stopped me from leaving. He accused me from doing something.
I saw you. You're still in front of me.
Excuse me, sir. You're coming through. You have nothing.
No,
to do with
we're sticking up for each other. We're sticking up for each other.
Listen, I saw no. Be quiet, my ass. Be quiet, nothing. Don't tell me to be quiet.
Don't tell me to be quiet.
You've got nothing to do with this.
Don't tell me to be quiet. Lower your hands.
I can see you were being more calm, but you saw, brother, you saw what he did.
I'm not saying a word. You need to stop escalating the situation.
No,
I'm not escalating anything.
No, he's not escalating. He's not. No, you're wrong. No. But I'll hear you out. But let me finish this point, yeah? And I'll calm my voice down. The reason why I'm raising my voice is because he was threatening, and he told me to go outside. This man is sticking up for a fellow citizen that is being threatened in public by security. That's why we're raising our voices. That's why he's getting involved. So we're protecting ourselves. Now I'll listen to you.
Okay. So obviously I'm there, and I can definitely say, without a doubt, there was a clear miscommunication there, right? All he was trying
There wasn't a miscommunication, not at all.
Understand was he just wanted to know why you wasn't wearing a mask. If you just
That's
said,
not what he said.
That was what he said when he spoke to you, and he.
That's not what he said. He said no. But you're listen.
Yep.
We gotta be fair here. You can't see in the video, but at this point, Stuart Choppin, the manager, has come over and he keeps saying "sir, sir, sir," as me and the security are trying to speak. You can't just please let me finish. You can't just.
Under data protection, you can't video him without.
Yes, you can in a public accessible place.
This is actually private property, sir.
It's publicly accessible, therefore it is public. Don't tell me about the law. I know it better than you do. Believe me, I know it better than you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's why you don't even know your rights, right?
I know my rights. I know exactly my rights.
Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. I tell you what. Okay.
Can I talk to you? I'm Stuart.
Okay. Okay.
But if you can turn your video off,
I tell you why I'm going to keep it on.
I'm not giving you permission to video me. So
Okay.
Can you turn it off,
Okay,
please,
but
and I
I'm
will
not
help you.
videoing you. I'm videoing myself.
Right.
Okay. At this point, Martin, the security guard, the guy who started this whole thing, he followed me and the manager outside and was just standing there staring at us. Guess trying to intimidate me. And I told the manager that I didn't want him standing there because, you know, he's been threatening. I tell you why, to get this gentleman away from me because he's threatening, violently threatening.
Go back inside for me.
Get him on camera first.
A few minutes earlier, Martin told me he was filming me with his body camera. And as you saw on the video, he had his phone up towards me, filming me. So I think he just wanted to come outside and intervene in the conversation, intimidate me, put me off. He just didn't really want me telling the manager what happened. Stuart asked me nicely to stop filming him, so I respected his request and I stopped filming. But Stuart was not so respectful off camera. He listened to me but was totally unempathetic to my situation. He backed up everything Martin said and told me that I could not shop without wearing a mask. Stuart claimed that there was nothing wrong with me. He also claimed that by law, I had to show an exemption card or tell him my medical reasons as to why I can't wear a mask. I told Stuart I'm exempt several times, but he already made up his mind. I told him this was wrong, and he said I'm just following company guidelines. I then started filming again to hopefully catch this discrimination that was given to me off camera. So I just told you, you're making me leave the shop? You're not going to let me shop? Come on, what? I just told you I'm exempt. And you just told me to leave the shop.
And with respect,
so you're not
sir,
allowing me
with
to buy
respect,
food?
Sir, with respect, sir, you're choosing to be exempt. I asked you if it was medical
How
reasons.
do you know if I'm choosing?
Okay.
You just landed yourself in it.
Because you just turned
Just
around
landed
and said
yourself
so.
in it, didn't you?